Oh! Corona Cast. You said that bitch even when I'm crying crazy. Wash your damn hands. What?
Corona Cast.
I 100% that bitch. That's all I'm going to sing. What? Nope. Only
okay,
Lizzo.
Let's try this again.
Okay, let me close the door.
Yeah. Don't be so performative. Just be yourself.
I'm trying to be myself.
You're like performing a little bit.
Okay, fine.
I can hear in your
I'm going to be serious.
Not serious. Just like just as if you were. There was no microphones around.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Corona Cast.
And you just told me to be serious.
I mean, it would also, it needs to be introed.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Yeah.
Wait. Did I turn my head?
You did great.
Correctly?
Yeah.
Did I move it?
Yeah.
I'm a baby podcaster, guys.
Was there something you wanted to talk about or bring up? You were like, hey, do we need to...
I just think it was time for an update.
Okay.
Talk about our travels.
Update us.
Well, we went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Your roommate almost gave us a heart attack.
Yeah, we went to go pick up some of the stuff I had bought to bring back to Jersey City because I'm not sure, who knows by the time you've heard this, but I thought like, okay, in case they like close down like
the bridges and tunnels.
Yeah, like I'd rather be stuck on the mainland than in Brooklyn. So we went back to get stuff and I bought a 2-pack of cold medicine and one of them was opened up and like half empty. So I was like, Kayla, you've been feeling okay? She's like, oh yeah, no, I had a fever a couple days ago.
Yeah, like I had a 101 fever, no big deal.
And I had to be like, so how you feeling today?
So are you having trouble breathing?
You okay? Coughs?
And you're just staring at me like, and I'm like,
because I'm waiting for you to say something.
Can she list her symptoms?
Yeah.
Like, can we go through like what was going on? As soon as she said that she went to City MD and the guy was in a hazmat suit, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. What did you bring me to?
It's like she could have texted me, but apparently she just had a UTI.
It's okay.
So I was like, sweet.
She's been having a lot more sex, apparently.
Yeah.
It happens.
Only with bi guys. She's officially not. The only people she won't fuck right now are straight men. And like, I don't know where she is with white women right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So yeah, update us. So we went to Brooklyn.
We picked some books for us to get educated.
Or I have like I don't have much left in the book I'm reading now, so I don't know how long we're going to be here. So right now I have with me Hillbilly Elegy.
What is that about?
It's some memoir that the Midwestern mountain folk types are all ranting. It's going to make you understand the lower class. The
Appalachian.
Working class Trump voter. They're like, you'll understand them. So, like, whatever.
Are you supposed to understand them?
I don't know. New York Times says so. So okay. I got Hillbilly Elegy, The Great Wall, which is The Great Bridge, which is about the building of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Ooh.
Jason Zinoman's book about David Letterman, although I forget the title right now.
What was the sex one?
The sex one I took back was A Billion Naughty Thoughts. It has to do with like sexuality and the internet.
Ooh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. And then I think I took one other thing back too, but I can't remember what. And then I brought back Not Gay, Sex Between Straight White Men for you. That's my reading list, everybody. That's my quarantine reading list.
Yeah, we're trying to get a little bit of everything. We didn't do our yoga yet because Billy is protesting the yoga.
I just don't know what, I don't, it was never our yoga. Stretch. I'm going to work out.
Yeah, he wants to work out. He doesn't want to work out with me. He wants to do his own workout.
No, I did want to work out with you. I just didn't want, yoga's not a workout.
Okay, people, you heard that and you heard him say that, not me.
You heard me.
From the man who has never done yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an extremely difficult stretch.
In the things.
But that is
yoga
not
is definitely a workout. Depending on the yoga. There's like, oh my God. All right. What about Pilates? How do you feel about Pilates?
It's not, it's the same thing. It's very difficult.
I'm pretty sure one of your hot fans is a Pilates, like.
Okay,
instructor.
And if your thing is called wellness, then it's now also exercise.
Wow.
There we go. Okay, so you want to do some yoga on this thing? Anything else you want to update them with?
Oh my gosh, we had the sex again. Should we keep track of the sex?
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell them about it.
Oh
I'll put the mic down.
You're going to put the mic down? Well, since it's my birthday today, I don't know if I mentioned that, apocalyptic birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I thought you were putting the mic down.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, that's wrong. I really Caucasian
I love your
that.
singing.
Happy birthday. Happy
There we go.
birthday. Happy birthday. Okay.
I wasn't even snapping on beat.
Tell
so
them.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
that's
more
your mom's
Caucasian
side
than-
coming out.
Yeah.
Tell them about things.
Tell them about the sex. The sex. Well, where did I get interrupted? Since it's my birthday, I was like, yeah, I kind of want you to just eat me out. And he was like, yes, I can do that for you in Billy manner. So we start with that. And then I was like, I kind of just want to see how hot my boyfriend is. So I leaned back and watched Billy, stroke his penis while I touched myself and he just watched my faces. So that was very nice. And then we had the sex. But he really did leave me. He really trusts me with this podcast. I think he's going to get more whiskey. I mean, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Billy, are you Irish? Yeah. Okay, all right. Are we going to drink some whiskey?
I was just getting my Prosecco.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I told him about the sex.
How'd I do?
I think you did good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you trusted me.
Cool.
I didn't say anything embarrassing about you.
I said about the sex.
Oh, about how did you do?
Hold on.
Oh my God. How?
I don't
wait.
care how you did. This
How
relationship
did
is still
I
about
do?
my accomplishments.
Oh my God. Why don't you talk about me in the sex? I haven't heard that at
I've
all.
literally-
I've heard a lot about you in the
Because
sex
I've
from
had-
other people.
Because I've had an unchanging opinion on sex with you.
It never you
It's
make it sound like
always
it's the same
because it's
all the
bomb.
time.
Yeah, it's 95% of the time it's bomb.
90. Okay,
And the
that's
only
fair.
time
That's
and the
pretty
only
good
time it
stats.
escalated from bomb to bomber was when we stopped using condoms.
Yeah.
So explain to
Yeah.
me why I need
Raw
to.
dick in it.
Yeah, they all know that I like fucking you. So
They do.
I have nothing to
Aw.
say. I have
Aw.
nothing more to add, Your Honor.
Do they miss those podcasts?
Probably.
God damn it.
Actually, it's all in the Sexual Achievement Sunday thread that you don't get to read.
Oh.
It's the only group. It's the one group I
don't
have
want
left
to
to
be
myself.
in that group. That's too much info. I don't need all that info from you. I see your whiteboard. I'm like, that's enough.
You still
I'm
don't
like,
know what the
you fucked
whiteboard
somebody
means,
on
though. But you don't.
Thursday.
I may not have fucked them. I might have
Okay,
made out
all
with
right, all
them.
right. Could've
It
made
might have
out.
been a first
Why
date.
did you write down someone that you hooked up with over the weekend? Like that wasn't planned by the way.
Sometimes I remind myself.
for your list. Yeah.
No, not for the list. Like sometimes, like if, for example,
Do
Sexual
they know you
Achievement
have a
Sunday.
list?
Yeah, then it's a spreadsheet. They know that.
Yeah.
Um,
Weirded me out at first, and then he had a good explanation about it.
no, I try to keep my whiteboard calendar to as representative of what I had to do.
And what
just
you
for
did
my
do?
memories. Yeah, and who I did, and
Boom.
that just helped. Like let's say I got a positive STI result, like, and they were like, tell me
okay.
your partner's last 10 days. I can like
I thought
look at
that's
the
what the
calendar and I
spreadsheet
can.
is for.
Well, I don't know. I don't keep track of each sexual occurrence. I'm not a fucking psycho.
I don't know. That spreadsheet.
I just want, if someone says like, "Hey, can you give us your last 10 days worth of partners?" I can look at the board and count and do it
Okay.
rather than tapping through my calendar
It's
on my phone.
Getting a little defensive.
No, I'm just explaining.
Uh-huh. You sure, baby?
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Trying to stoke the fires on air. You know,
we haven't fought yet, guys. What day is this?
well, you just know that it's day 2. Even
Day
just
two.
day 3. I don't
That
know.
could be a lot of time with someone.
Day 3.
We have only spent 4 days consecutively. Wow, I
Yeah.
could get the words out.
You don't have to fake start a fight on mic to cause
No, I don't wanna fight
it will
with you,
be
babe.
interesting regardless.
I don't want to fight with you.
I feel like you want to try to
I love
like.
you.
I feel like you want to dig at me just like because you're like,
No.
oh, it's good. It's
I just
good
want to show the
podcasting.
other side,
Oh,
the back end that people don't see unless you're
Oh.
posting the bulletin board.
What's
I don't
my
know.
what's my back end?
I don't know. He's more adorable in person. He actually is a nice guy.
Wow, you had a really good shot to shit on me. You didn't take it.
No, I did not shit on you.
All right.
On your podcast? That's rude.
That's not rude. This show is only about honesty. If you're not being
No, I would
honest
totally
on the show,
say
that
the
would be
truth.
rude.
This would be like my chance to say the truth.
Well, hopefully
And no.
by the end of this quarantine, I'll be frustratingly sharing something.
Frustratingly?
Yeah.
Oh, Billy's not good with the words. We can
Whatever.
share that.
Whatever. I'm a little high and I've been drinking prosecco.
Oh, I didn't mean those words.
Oh, okay.
I'm a words of affirmation, remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're hot.
You're good with the actions.
Also,
there you go.
fuck you.
Fuck you too, baby.
Okay.
Love you.
Anything else to say?
I think I'm
Anything
good.
else you want to share?
I think I'm good. I'm high. I drank some Prosecco.
You
It's my
feeling
birthday.
okay? You got your
It's been
boyfriend
a very
here.
stressful birthday, but we're doing it. And I
Yeah.
had some good times. And I listened to Lizzo and washed my hands.
Stay tuned.
Where's my Guinness? I should have.
could've gotten Guinness.
Why did I not go buy Guinness?
Oh, you messed up.
That's like a tradition. We could have done Irish car bombs, the two of us. Have you ever done one?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have? Are you trying to intro? Am I stopping you?
Yeah.
Because I just want to talk about Guinness.
You can talk about Guinness in a minute. Just
Corona Cast.
Everybody, it's me and Megan, Miss Giggles. We're
Oh
back.
my goodness. Hi, guys. I was just talking about how today is one of my favorite holidays as a half Irish person.
Mhm.
I also did Irish step dancing.
It's St. Patrick's Day, we should say.
It's St. Patrick's Day, if you couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
The national drinking holiday of the year. Or
Mhm.
is that Cinco de Mayo? I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess it depends on if you're a margarita person or a Guinness person.
Well, how are we doing is day 4 of our self-quarantining in Jersey City.
I think you and I have never been better.
Yeah?
So that's good.
Who's not good?
It's not the not good. It's just a weird, I think the three of us are like cohabitating well
I mean,
for the most part.
I am operating in what I think is a responsibly cautious and conciliatory fashion with
I think that is
your other
extremely
boyfriend.
fair.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it where you're like, I am going to think of the words I'm going to use and like what space I'm going to take up. But I mean, I think we all are pretty much navigating as a like, don't step on too many toes in either direction. Like for me, it's like, I want to give attention, but also, and I are not in the best place right now. And he even said that yesterday here, where he
said
was
that
like,
yesterday?
yeah, well, yesterday was my birthday. And he
I
was
missed
like,
it. I was literally here the whole
no,
time.
yeah, you missed it. You're in here not jerking off, doing work. But yeah, so we talked about it. He was like, I'm sorry I wasn't so excited for your birthday. It's just that we've been like having our issues and things like that.
He got you something for your birthday.
I know, it was very sweet.
And I thought that
He ordered me something too. It didn't come in yet.
Okay.
And he said he was going to order cookies, edibles. But I was like, you just got edibles. So,
I only got some gummies, but
Yeah.
his idea is like he seemed like he
But I
was
don't do a lot of
he was
that.
conscious of the birthday. He wanted
Yes.
he didn't make a big grandiose gesture, which I was kind of expecting, or I don't know if he was trying to.
He wanted to.
I also couldn't tell like
Yeah.
where he is like wants to make his gesture just out of it's your birthday, or if like me being around and maybe you're giving me too much
No.
attention, so it's like, well, let me get my Megan time by doing the present.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to operate in like I recognize I'm not only in your space, but I'm in his space.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
Definitely.
like be cautious,
You're doing a great job. And like
Sick.
you're letting me bounce back and forth. But like I said, like we are, tonight for clarification, are in a weird place right now. Sadly,
Why is that?
the timing, just like trying to figure out the actual dynamic of our relationship.
Mhm.
And, for those who are in poly relationships or open relationships or in any relationship, really, it's all based on communication. So for me right now, just figuring out like what works for us inherently. And, because currently our dynamic isn't being very cohesive and, it's kind of like a make or break with us at this point, which is a very hard thing to figure out while you are living with that person and you are in an epidemic.
Right. And then when you have the metamor who's also here and is like ready to broadcast about it at any moment.
and then forces me to talk about it for
I
his
did not
podcast.
force
No, you did
shit.
not. He
I
did.
did
He
not
asked
force
me very
anything.
politely, and he was like, "It
Let's-
could be very cathartic, but it is."
I didn't even say that. I didn't
I'm
hard
putting
sell you
words.
at all. I
I'm
simply
putting words
said,
in your mouth.
yes, you are.
Oh,
All I did was say, do you want to? We don't have to.
No, he did. He's
Soft,
completely right.
soft
He doesn't
sell.
force me to do anything.
Yeah.
He actually is too agreeable, and he tries to please me too much. This is Billy. By
I
the way.
mean, me on microphone won't, but it's like me just,
No, in real
trying to
life.
be respectful before we get on the mics.
Yeah.
So.
No, in real life.
Do you want to share what some of the communication specifically has been the difficulties?
Sure, I can. Well, we currently, we've been in a poly relationship for a year and a half now, I believe. And has had multiple partners. He actually didn't date anyone for the first 6 or 7 months. We decided to shift our actual relationship. And I was the first person to have like a serious relationship after like 8 months of us dating.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
What's up?
And now I'm on a podcast. But anyways, so I've caught him in a couple of, I would inherently say lies, but lies. They're lies.
They're lies, but they're
lies. But they're
flippant.
emotional, flippant lies. They're not like things that endanger me, and they're unnecessary lies, which
Right.
I think is what kills me the most. Because for me, like I am very happy, and I feel like I found what works for me and what works with my lifestyle. And I only want that for my partner, and I only want them to be happy because I love him.
Mm-hmm.
And so the lies that I've caught, especially with his first partner, S, was that he was misdirecting me and saying that it was completely casual and he wasn't sure if he even liked her. And it was kind of just like a easy thing. And then I caught him saying that they loved each other and her being like completely 100% dedicated to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually found out later on that was her first relationship at all,
And
not
had
even
that-
just a polyamorous relationship. So, I mean, obviously that's a lot to navigate, and I'm not going to put any judgment towards that, but that's a lot when somebody has a primary partner already.
And how did it make you feel when you realized that he wasn't being completely honest about that?
Well, for me, it hurt because I wanted him to feel comfortable sharing that. And I think he loves me so much that he thinks that he is protecting me by the lies, when it actually hurts me more, because when I hear him dating people he doesn't inherently say that he likes, it makes me question whether or not he actually likes me, what I know he does, and why that's necessary to fill that void.
He seems nervous to tell you he likes someone else, and then he says he doesn't, but then it's like,
That's lying.
He just offered to stay at his other girlfriend's place that he has said I
New
love
girlfriend.
Let's
say new girlfriend.
And he's
We'll say Jay.
Sure. So he's like staying at Jay's. Has told her that he loves her, but he tells you
I don't know if he's told her that
Oh.
he loves her.
Okay.
That I don't know.
But the idea was like that he makes it seem like he doesn't like her very much, but he on his own
this one even
offered-
worse than the first.
Right, and he
That's the
on his
craziest
own
part.
offered to go stay at her place, and it just seems odd. It's like I think he does like her, and he seems nervous to tell you that, which is absurd because like you tell me
But the
you
thing
love
is,
me.
I see with S, I actually believe that he did love things about her. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if he inherently loved her, but I definitely think that she was more, of what he wanted in a secondary partner. Whereas this one, the way that she has been described actually hurts my feelings, because I was like, if somebody was dating me and described me in this manner and I found out about it, I would be heartbroken.
Right.
And, he has made comments that are like derogatory. He's a very polite and wonderful person. He says these things to me to vent. He would never say these things
Mhm.
otherwise, but just
You mean
the
like
words
on a podcast?
that, yeah, exactly. Like he's very respectful towards women. I wouldn't date anybody who wasn't. But like this is private conversations that we have one-on-one, and just the way that he talks about her, he does not light up. There are definitely things that he does not like about her. And it hurts me because I'm like, then why are you dating this person? And it's not my right to dictate what he does in his other relationships.
Mhm.
Just like it wouldn't be his right to dictate what I'm doing in mine unless he actually crossed a boundary. But for me, the boundary I set was just open and honest communication.
Right.
Like I don't ask for a lot. I'm like, I honestly just want us to have complete open dialogue like I have with all of my partners.
Mm.
Like I was like, everyone knows that you exist. Everyone knows how important you are in my life. And I don't even know what his new partner looks like.
Yeah, that's the weird.
I
one for
don't
me.
even know like if she like knows what I look like or exist. And she came over one time to our place and apparently inherently didn't like it. And I
What-
was like, okay, that's great.
We've got some dogs here.
I got some dogs.
But you say you want open honest communication that you have with your other partners, but you've also had your struggles with open and honest communication with me.
Well, I think more romantically. I think for you,
No,
the
no, I'm
things
just, I'm not. I'm just saying that like it's not like you don't struggle with some form of that too.
Definitely
Like with you,
struggle.
like I've expressed like that sometimes you don't share things you're upset about. Bruce. I have shared some frustrations where you tend to you have like held on to things instead of just saying them in the moment, and these would be like being upset with me about something, and that you don't communicate that to me. Instead, I get blindsided like weeks later with you being upset about something, and I just wish I had known in the moment. And we've talked about this, and we've worked on that.
Yeah, I think I've gotten better at it. Hopefully,
so far so good.
So far,
and what I try to get at is just that like it seems like he's struggling with that, and I hope that you can find the empathy there in that through your similar struggle for it, even if they're different types of
I was gonna say
struggles.
lying and then
but
not.
But at the core, at the core of those lies? It seems like a discomfort with telling you how he feels about other partners.
Yes,
right,
definitely.
And you were having a hard time sharing how you felt about things I say or do, or things that you perceive that I say or do, and that cause you to have questions that you just end up not asking. So you both have a similar struggle that manifests in different ways. And I hope that seeing where you struggle similarly helps you in communicating with him how to get through that. And I think that being in this whole world pandemic thing, definitely amplifies or could put, it's like I'm like a weird monkey wrench. Me and these two dogs you have to sit. Or like a weird monkey wrench.
Did you just compare yourself to a dog?
No, just we're extra elements that otherwise maybe wouldn't be here in the moment.
Which I think could be a positive and or a negative as well.
So how do you think my presence has been affecting,
I think it's a reminder to him of like the difference in our relationships. I definitely think that for him, like he is a little bit more quiet and introverted. And I think seeing us like interact is very interesting to him because we are very talkative to one another and like touchy feely. And not saying that is not lovey dovey. He's lovey dovey. He's a very much like acts of service kind of
big
person.
On that.
Like that's how he shows affection.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's completely different.
And I'm useless. I can't do the acts of service he does do. Like he's a way more useful boyfriend.
No, because I wouldn't really say like you guys just provide different things. Right.
I'm just saying like
you're more emotional support.
Yeah, and he's like, I can fix that.
Yeah, like I can help you do that. What do you? I'll go. Like, would you like a coffee? Like, I'm gonna get you a coffee, babe. Yeah.
No, he's a very sweet boy in that way, and just
sweet boy.
Yeah, well, sweet man. He's older than both of us.
Yeah, it's like grown ass man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm definitely just trying to manage. I'll put it this way: I don't want to do something that like causes a fight between you two.
I think both of us are so hyper aware of the situation we're in currently that like we're just trying to like, we're not fighters naturally. So when we fight, it is exhausting to us.
Okay.
And we're not like, I think we're just both hurt at this point for different reasons and trying to navigate that hurt.
Has he shared anything with you about me being here during this that you'd be comfortable sharing?
Not at all. He actually hasn't said anything. I didn't even like ask. I was just like, hey, like Billy's going to spend some time with us. And he was like, okay, no problem.
But you didn't ask?
No, I didn't ask. This is my home as well.
Oh,
yeah. And I was like, you were in Brooklyn.
It's one thing when it's like, hey, he's going to come over for a night and not,
no.
Hey, we might be quarantined
Well,
together.
I explained that afterwards. I was like, are you okay? And then he was like, yeah, I have places like I can go to Jacqueline's and stuff like that, bounce around and like.
It's just interesting that he jumps to like, oh, I can get out as opposed to Billy finding other places.
Well, no, it wasn't a getting out. He always spends Tuesdays with Jacqueline and she's working from home. So it's more of a like continuing the schedule, I guess, kind of thing.
As long as he doesn't see himself as needing to get out. We
didn't cover how like this relationship's very different from the other one because I caught him lying about me and what we were doing to her. How did you... find that?
I have a lot.
Yeah, why don't you talk about it?
I mean, it feels weird to do it while I'm here as the person not in the relationship. It like I said, they seem like these like flippant, unnecessary lies.
They're very
fibs.
unnecessary.
They're very fibs.
Yeah.
My youngest sister used to do them a lot. It makes me nervous about what that relationship is and what's going on with them. Or like with her, like how comfortable is she with the fact that he has another girlfriend? I don't know.
I don't think she is, and that's what's also an issue as well.
Yeah.
She's not polyamorous.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to keep my hands off of it because
Yeah. That's totally respectful.
I'm potentially biased, but
Of course.
if someone was emailing me the situation,
Mhm.
I'd be concerned about everyone being transparent about how they're feeling.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I love the emails people send you. They should do more of that.
Any other thoughts? Coronavirus-y stuff. We just watched, we just listened to a press conference where they said like, the government was saying we're going to implement these guidelines for 15 days, but Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's like really the only one I want to hear on the microphone, honestly,
and his accent. Ooh,
yeah, he's
I love it. I love a good accent.
Go hit on him after this is all over. So he,
me and doctors.
He's suggesting. I mean, again, he's like trying not to give any hard dates because he doesn't want to be like held to it.
No, because people will hold that completely,
Right.
and
But,
they're
like,
going to be non-flexible about
like
it.
6 weeks of disruption is not.
I think that's completely fair.
Yeah, it's not
Especially-
out of the. It's not out of the world idea. It could be shorter than that. It could be longer than that. And how are you feeling about the prospect of me potentially being here for like a while?
I love cuddling you.
All right, you got no other concerns?
I'm into the cuddles right now. I don't know. You're
Re-
such a good cuddler.
It's really good.
Your chest hair is so soft.
You're a great politician. Just
It's
pivot to the cuddles.
We've already
cuddles.
discussed this, that you would be my husband and I would be the politician. You'd be like the
Yeah, you're doing great.
cute.
You're doing great at sidestepping the question.
Wow.
But it's fine because you did it with compliments and
Wow.
I.
And you are a
love
narcissistic
compliments.
fuck.
Well,
Which, hey, takes one to know one.
any other thoughts for CoronaCast?
I still love you?
I knew.
You knew?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. We're gonna get you comfortable on mic and being yourself.
I am
eventually.
comfortable.
You're a little performative.
All right, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
At some
Love
point.
you.
Love you too.
Corona Cast.
Hey everybody, it's Billy here.
And Megan.
What's now we're starting to sound like a little podcasting duo.
We're doing it. We're doing the things.
It's day 5, Wednesday, March 18th.
Do days matter anymore?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
Are you learning anything about me from being stuck in a house with me under quarantine?
Oh, goodness. What am I learning about you? You are a giggly high person so much. And I think you get more lovey-dovey as the night goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we get closer and closer to whether or not we all get to wake up in the morning, I
Doomsday.
remind you how much I love you.
Aw, thank you, baby.
Okay. What I learned about you, I don't think I've been learning too much that's new.
What do you mean by
I just
that?
think I am around you and trusting that I'm still getting in that place where like I trust what you say.
Okay. You haven't observed anything different spending this much time with me in a home.
No, because we've spent weekends together, and I like to think I'm like I've picked up on the things.
Uh-huh.
I would like. I'm still gonna have to learn like when you need your alone time or not.
I usually will just take it though. Like you'll see me. I'm gonna like
no,
clean
no.
my closet.
But again, it's not about seeing. Like I have to be told. Because if you're like I said, if you go to take your alone time, you're like, I'm gonna go in your head. You go, I'm gonna go take my alone time in your walk-in. Mm-hmm. I see you go over there. Okay, cool. I don't read that as she needs her alone time. I see it as Megan's going to her walk-in. And then if I get annoying and needy or whatever, I may come into the walk-in.
Which you're allowed to do.
Sure, but if you want alone time, if you just told me you wanted alone time, I would then leave you for the alone time.
Got it.
We really have to spell. I think you still
literally
overestimate.
need me to say every and any possible thing.
I think. Let me put it this way: if you
Out. Yeah.
let me reverse engineer it a little bit. If you need something You need to tell me. If you would like something and it's okay if you don't get it, then it's fine to not tell me explicitly, because it's also fine for me if I fail at reading it.
No, and that's
sometimes
very true.
Sometimes I read it, I just also sometimes don't. And so if you want to not leave it to chance, just tell me, because I'm stupid, which I've told you since like
and
day
as
one.
women, how much do we love having to tell men exactly what to do all of the time? I'm trying, but Billy does definitely not pick up on some social cues sometimes, but that's okay.
Right.
He admits it.
But I can learn them if you tell me.
I have been telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Are you okay from what happened this morning?
What am
You
I
seem-
not supposed to be okay
I don't
about?
know, you seem like a little annoyed maybe.
I wasn't annoyed. It was just a very weird thing. You know, would you like to clarify what happened
How
then?
about you tell them what happened?
Why do I have to tell them?
We were cuddling this morning and not getting out of bed, and I just started rubbing your pussy.
You did rub my pussy.
Yeah. And then you started like touching my cock. I was like, no, I just want to rub your pussy. I want to relax you. Mm-hmm. And then at one point I stopped, and then you just started touching yourself. And then I was trying to like
Assist. I like the assist.
I like assisting.
Yeah, I like the assist. I like the hands on things while my hands are on myself.
Yeah, and put my
Big
hand
fan.
around your neck and on your
Yeah.
cheeks and thumb in your mouth and pinching nipples and kissing, and I liked all that.
I like
and then
all that
eventually you
too.
told me to fuck you, and I was like, okay.
Okay, I guess.
But then like at some point like I lost my heart on, or like I was honestly just getting very out of breath and tired. Not shortness of breath. No one freak out. It's not a symptom. Just me.
And soon this podcast is going to turn for the worst, and we're all infected.
Corona cast. Oh gosh, what if you could get it via download? That'd be crazy.
Whoa. Future.
You'd know how
Future virus.
You'd know how popular your podcast is based on how many people you got sick. But you, I don't know. You seem like either perturbed or
I
something.
wasn't perturbed. It's just like
afterwards.
when somebody is having sex with you for maybe like 5 minutes, and then they just stop abruptly and are like, "Oh, I'm done." And I was just like,
Why was it that- I didn't come.
"Okay."
You know I didn't come
No, I
earlier.
know you didn't come.
Okay.
No, I know that.
Is there something
and
I
then you just went to go wash your penis, and I was like, "This is a weird
No, whoa,
step
whoa, whoa.
by step."
We all left the bed. It wasn't like I immediately jetted to go wash my dick. I just like
saying.
after we were out of bed and done with being in bed, I then washed my penis and went to shower and stuff. Is there a way I could have like made that a little bit more graceful? All of it?
Yeah, maybe like transfer to some cuddlings and stuff. Because just because your penis is done doesn't inherently mean that I'm done.
Sure.
But that's okay. I didn't mind. It was just a weird, like, we are fully fucking. Excuse me. And then it's just like, oh, now we're not fucking. Okay. All right. What's wrong? Like, I thought maybe you hurt yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a little concerned.
Okay. Well, I will try to not be so abrupt.
Okay. If you're done fucking, you're done fucking.
How am I doing on a non-sexual being around me level?
Good. I think you're good. You're being productive. I'm being productive. We're cuddling. We're eating the snacks.
Too many snacks.
Yeah, Billy doesn't know how to, like, once he decides to snack, he snacks.
Yeah.
Which, whatever makes him happy. He
Any
just gets upset of himself.
any sex or dating tips for people quarantined at home?
Share porn.
Yeah, it seems like more
That
and
was a
more
good,
of us.
yeah. I was like, I like when people send me porn suggestions because then it takes the work away. Because I feel like most of the time when I'm searching for porn, I spend like an hour trying to
But you
find
don't really
something
watch
I actually
porn, I
like.
thought.
Yeah, but when I do, it's like a hunt.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody sends me something, I'm like, oh, I want to see what they're into. It's kind of exciting to see what other people watch.
Yeah, there was a nice little sharing of porn links in the Peep Show thread, and that was nice. But okay, so share porn with one another.
Yeah.
Share playlists and porn.
Playlist, definitely.
And wash your hands.
I love, one of my love languages is if somebody makes me a playlist specifically, or if I make them a playlist.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a good one.
And we're still not all finding new partners amidst all this.
I think I just talked about one of my partners with this. He just matched with someone online and he's like, what do I do right now. Like, I don't even know. And I was like, you court her and have conversations. And then he was like, oh, but she's a sex therapist and sucks at sexting. And I was like, oh.
But if you're super like, alone and need to start flirting with someone new, just join the peep show. No, I guess, or
Nice
swipe and
plug.
court.
No, that's very true. Because sometimes I feel like I don't want specific like attention. Like I usually crave emotional attention more than anything else. But like right now, I think that that's a really good outlet because sometimes I just want to be told that I'm hot and then that's where it ends. Like they're not trying to have like sexual relations with me currently. And it's just like this is a hot picture.
Hey.
And that's all I need.
Hey,
Yes.
you're hot.
You're hot.
Nice.
He has like his shirt off right now and he's wearing the same gray sweatpants for 3 days, but they are still hot.
Well, I think maybe the next Corona cast we'll have to start sharing like some past stories.
Oh,
Instead of just saying, "Hey, everybody, we're stuck inside." Maybe we can get into some.
we can reflect on some
maybe
stuff.
we can ask each other some
Intimate questions? Yeah. Ooh, how intimate. Corona cast. I'm gonna say some things.
Is that how you're gonna normally talk?
No, it's not gonna how. Bleh. It's not how I'm going to normally talk. I have to keep talking.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
that's
goodness.
good. Yeah, I'm just trying to get your levels, baby cakes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, baby.
Corona cast. Hey, we're back. It's Billy,
And it's Megan.
and we're still on day 5 of quarantine.
The end of day 5.
The end of day 5. How'd we do?
I think we did good. We both are covered in glitter. We took a
Am I
shower.
still covered in glitter?
Yeah, you're definitely.
Nice.
There is glitter all over your beard.
Sick.
Yeah, I think we're doing well. We were productive. We made some phone calls. Did some flirting.
I did some hand stuff
When did you do some hand stuff?
when we woke
Oh,
up.
right. Yes.
You already forgot.
No, I didn't
It's
forget.
been less than a day.
No, I didn't forget.
It must
Didn't forget.
it must have been semi-forgettable.
No, it was very nice.
Oh,
You
was
specifically
it?
were like, I'm going to just rub you nicely so that you're horny. I'm not going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those were your words.
Okay.
Or tell me your words. What did you say? You
I
were
don't
like,
think I said anything. I think
you
I just,
did. You were like,
tried
I'm just going to rub you.
You just tried to fondle my balls, and I was like, no, this is for you time. I just want to make you relaxed and calm
Yes.
and have a nice wake up. We can talk about that in a little bit.
Very
But
nice.
today, as we're recording this, an article came out on The Cut.
Yeah, that Billy was a part of.
The
And
Cut.
I guess me as well, technically.
TheCut.com.
I live for these voices.
It's a section of New York Magazine, and I got interviewed yesterday asking about like my setup, my quarantine situation,
situation.
the sitcom that we are kind of living in.
Oh God, Three's Company, but like, 2020 edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
Think
you ever
so.
see Three's Company?
I did.
Okay.
But I have 2 dudes because, I'm a boss.
Yeah, that you are. That you are is the retooled version for modern
Yeah.
era. Did you read it yet?
I read a little bit of it. I read it while you were running
Okay.
and I didn't get to finish it. But I mean, I heard you on the phone, so I pretty much knew what you were going to say and what was going to be used.
Yeah, so I was chatting with this journalist about just spending this Corona time with my girlfriend and her other boyfriend and 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs.
Any thoughts? Any?
We're like a modern American family.
Well, what's it like for you? I mean, anyone who wants to know what I thought has either heard it on the show or can read it at thecut.com.
I definitely think it's like a balancing act. Like I try to make sure that everyone is getting the attention they need, whereas also I'm respecting what I need in my free time and like alone time, things that I want to get done. Because I mean, being out of work is not a natural setting for me. I am a workaholic and I'm not used to this much one-on-one time in general. And now I have you guys 24 hours for 5 days. So trying to like make sure that I'm not stepping on any toes, that like we're not stepping on any toes, and like navigating things to do in the house. Like my other boyfriend just made Brinner, which if you didn't know is breakfast and dinner. Yeah, very
Pancakes
hip.
and bacon.
Yeah, bacon for dinner is just
Do you have
chef's
any?
kiss.
Do you have any recommendations for people living with multiple partners or quarantining with multiple partners?
Take your alone time. I definitely think it's important to like set perimeters where you're not spending every waking hour together. And I think, like having those things to look forward to, like, sharing a meal, having a dinner time plan. And then also, like I'm going to go color in, a different room at this time. And then you guys can do whatever you want. But like taking breaks.
Have you been coloring without me?
No, I wouldn't do that to you, babe.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have crayons somewhere.
Cool.
Where's the naughty coloring book?
How about balancing between attention and time with multiple people in the house?
I mean, I'm trying to do the best I can. Obviously, it's just me and then you two. So it's like I feel like I have to share time at the same time. Whereas, like, I also want to make sure that I am being respectful of other people's bounds and things like that, and like giving shared like TV time, which is something I would never think about, or like okay, who's doing laundry, who's doing the dishes.
Are there any particular boundaries you've been more mindful of than others in the last 5 days?
Definitely making sure that everyone feels important in my life.
Okay.
I definitely think that would be a concern of mine.
How do you show that?
I think by showing, like empathy and dialogue and like making sure that I am having like actual conversations and like talking about things at hand, but also trying to make it light is really important. Because it is such a weird situation that I've never been in. And as I think nobody else has been in currently. Yeah. So I'm just trying to like, if anything rubs me the wrong way with anyone, I'm trying to just let it graze off my shoulder, digest it, and decide if like, and talk about it instead of just being like, that hit me the wrong way, or like, or just go with it.
I'm also trying to be mindful of like, if I want to confront you on something, how I'm going to do it so that doesn't have to be like this auto big fight, but rather, so like what I said earlier today, I think it was today, days are melding together.
Days don't exist.
When did I call you out about the thing on Instagram, the blue balls? That was today, right?
Yeah, it was
so
today.
Like I saw something on Instagram that I thought was like a sub post about me.
Yeah.
So it turns out it was just you teasing, but since there's like, it's still something we're
still navigating that
getting out of
our relationship.
Yeah, we're still getting out of the woods on that one. I thought you were like sub posting about me, so I had to be very measured in how I went about it. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to like start a big fight, but still make my disgruntlement heard. And I was just like, if you're like upset about something with me, I don't want to find out about it on Instagram first and not, tell me first. I don't want to find out about it first on Instagram. Okay. And then you told me like, I was just fooling around. I was like, okay, that's fine. Just like, I'm trying to be mindful that although I might be upset about something, like, now is not the time to like get into big fucking fights.
And that's what I feel about it. I'm like,
but it doesn't mean don't stand up for yourself.
No.
It's like, can we think of alternative ways to bring up an issue without immediately escalating it to fucking, DEFCON 4.
I think
I don't know which
everything.
way the scale goes.
I definitely think approach is everything, especially when you're sharing a physical space with people.
So how did you feel when I brought that up to you?
I was kind of just like, okay, I get that. I was trying to be like jokingly, and I was like, I can understand why it could be misconstrued. And then I was like, okay, totally fine. Like, not what I meant. Let's talk it out.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
All right. Any sex tips for people quarantine at home with peoples or on their own?
Share showers.
Yeah.
I think that's the current one.
Yeah.
Have sexy shower time and yoga time. Who doesn't like watching somebody like stretch in front of them?
I would encourage an easy way to mix things up is to not always have the sex time be P in the V sex time.
Yeah, agreed.
So this morning, I was like rubbing your pussy, and then eventually you started rubbing yourself, and that was great. And then eventually you were like, hey, I want you to fuck me. I was like, I suppose I could do
I
that.
suppose.
But it was a nice, it's just a nice way to deviate from like a typical pattern. Especially if we're going to be stuck inside for so long. You don't want to fall into that sexual rhythm really constantly.
Like you wake up, you bang.
Yeah, it's
then
like
you-
I go down on you,
Yeah.
I finger you, we bang,
Yeah.
2 positions, we're done. You don't want to do that a bunch of times. But you also,
Especially, considering we don't know how long we're going to be.
but I think a lot of people say like, think about like switching it up in the bedroom. It's always involving PIV.
No,
But I want to
not
remind
at all.
people like
Yeah.
the sex doesn't even have to have that element. It can be other things, and let sex be something different than you're used to. That's I think the thing I'm going to
And
propose to
now's
people.
the time because you have the time. You don't need to just have like a quick one-off. If you are in quarantine with somebody you are sexually intimate with, like now's the time to take your time. You know,
Are you directing this at me?
maybe.
All right.
No,
you can just
I'm
tell me
not.
directly, right?
I was not. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like we don't have to go quick into the P&V. There's so many different things that you can do to build up to that moment, especially when you have time to kill.
Yeah, there's so many great things you can do, like
There's so many
asking
good
for
things.
specifically what you want.
Or just doing the things that you want.
Right, which for me are doing what you want me to do.
Where no ideas, people. He's just like, I am a puppy. I just want to make you happy.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
what happens when I love you.
seriously.
That's the trade-off you get.
Whereas he's like grabby and needy otherwise.
All right, everybody, you know where to find me, manwhorepod.com for all your Manwhore podcast needs. You can follow Megan here at Miss Giggles, 3 G's in the middle.
Yes, I am.
And, stay safe, everybody. Wash your damn hands.
And stay slutty.
CoronaCast. I hope you all enjoyed that episode of CoronaCast. Again, you can follow Megan on the Instagram at Miss Giggles. That's MSGI 3GsLES. Or you can also follow her sexier account at That Fat Babe. You can follow me on the social media. I'm on Instagram at Billy Is Procida. I'm on Twitter at The Billy Procida. And if you want to shoot us an email, you can send that on over to manwhorepod@gmail.com. And if you want to support the Man Whore Podcast in general, if you want to join an awesome community of like-minded listeners, become an official fan whore at patreon.com/manwhorepodcast. That's Patreon, patreon.com/manwhorepodcast. Membership begins at just $2 and you get access to oh so much bonus content and community. We'd love for you to join. Tune in next week. On Wednesday, we've got Taylor Leanne Chandler, Michael Phelps's famous ex-girlfriend. And I hope you all enjoy her. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. Stay slutty.